You might recall at the beginning of this week, Marco Rubio announced via Twitter that one of his canvassers had been the victim of a brutal attack, which seems indisputable. The part that's in dispute, though, is that Rubio immediately said that he was attacked because he was a Republican. That's what it's about. This is a political thing. And almost instantly, there was reason to question that. The police said that they weren't told anything about a political motive or anything like that. And there have been multiple updates on this story throughout the week that we need to catch you up on, including the mother of the alleged assailant, the assailant, not the four people, the four animals who attacked this person that Rubio talked about, another error in his initial tweet. But the mother says, my son doesn't know anything about politics. He likes fishing. My son has never voted. She says he's obviously not going to commit acts of political violence when he doesn't even care about politics and doesn't follow it. She says, by the way, that she's scared of identifying herself because she doesn't want to lose her job. She says that she only votes in presidential elections. She barely even knew much about Rubio's campaign until the actual tweet went out. Now that's bad enough. What's worse though, is that according to police, the guy who was attacked is claiming that it was political. Now, he wasn't initially. When he first talked to police, when he was interviewed, he didn't mention anything about the attack being political motivated. Then Rubio sent out his tweet. And then when the guy started talking to the police again, he said that it was about him being a Republican. That is still possible, by the way. It is possible that this guy who cares more about bass than politics did commit an act of political violence. And regardless of the motivation, you can't attack people. It's bad, it's an assault. But it really is seeming convenient that instantly Marco Rubio jumps to the politics, that the victim's father goes on a political talk show to say that he thinks that anarchists or paid leftists did it, which is a couple steps even beyond what Marco Rubio is willing to claim. They're all claiming that this is political persecution when so far the evidence doesn't demonstrate that. Yasmin, what do you think?
Yeah, like Republicans don't miss an opportunity to victimize themselves when they're not the victims in any way. And they're out here talking about how dangerous these streets are for conservatives, but just because they have different opinions, but they're the ones who are lining polling stations with guns, right? They're the ones who are encouraging their people to go to polling stations and to watch the polls, right? They're vigilantes and they're pretending like they're victims. And this guy's mom, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't she a registered Republican, the guy who attacked the Republican and said no Republicans in my neighborhood? It said she was a registered Republican, I think.
I'm not sure about that. She apparently doesn't follow politics too much. She might have voted for Republicans.
Yeah, she said she doesn't vote in the midterms and she wasn't paying attention to Rubio and what's going on here. But crafting a narrative in politics is kind of second nature. But the thing is, with Rubio, he saw this as an opportunity to craft a narrative that helped his campaign, or I think he thought it helped his campaign, but he didn't think twice about the family whose life he has now turned upside down, right? There's a guy 100%. Whose reputation he destroyed. He called him an animal publicly. And a mother was now forced to take a stance on an issue that she didn't really care about. And she even said, I might lose my job for speaking out about this. But these politicians, they don't care about people like that.
Yeah, 100%. And by the way, you can hate that the guy attacked someone without making it about politics. I think we should be able to agree on that.